Today is my 6-year anniversary with my husband, and he has told me be ready by 6 and wear a dress. But we were outside all day just sweating around the farm. My hair has no time to be washed because it is down to my butt, and we're just gonna make it work. So here's what we're doing. First, my chin hairs are not long enough to pluck, so we're just gonna go ahead and trim them off a little bit. You know, PCOS is a... Then we're doing our base, which these 3 products are what I've used consistently for years. So we start off with the Guerlain Gold. I don't really know what it's called, but it's a moisturizing primer, and I go pretty heavy-handed since I don't wear makeup that often, and it makes everything so good. So I do this one first, all over and on my neck. Then Bobbi Brown Face Base. This is another moisturizing primer. If you're an oily person, you probably don't need both of these. I'm not really a dry person either, but I really like for my base to be nice and moisturized, and I just like to focus more on the base than on the actual foundation. I really don't even wear foundation every single time I put makeup on. I usually just do like concealer and go. So I like to make sure that my natural skin is nice and prepped. And then for the pores is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I've used this for so long, and I feel like it's a good mix of blurring, but not being too cloggy and heavy. And so I just do this in my T-zone where my pores are more prevalent. Then let that set. I'm actually gonna wear foundation tonight just because I wanna feel fancy. So I'm going to do a mixture of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter and then the LYS Stick Foundation. I do the Charlotte Tilbury first, almost like a base, and then I'll go in with the LYS because it's really full coverage, almost like a concealer. And then if I feel like I need some brightening in my like under eye area, I'll use an actual concealer that's lighter. It looks kind of crazy sometimes. I go through phases of brushes or beauty blenders or just regular sponges or whatever. I'm in a brush phase right now, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to kind of keep it in the area where I put it instead of all over, just so that I kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone with contouring, because I'm going to go in with a little bit of cream contour right after this. I just dropped so much stuff. Now for cream contour, this is a P. Louise palette. It's really neat. It has like a bunch of different things within the palette, but I really like the cream contour. So I go in with a couple of the colors and I go straight from the brush to my face instead of putting it on my face and then blending. I feel like it gives me such a better, softer blend that way. I used to take a stick and just draw it on first, and I feel like this is just better application. I do my cheek, a little bit of my forehead, jawline, around my lips a bit, and my nose. The last cream product I will use is the Rare Beauty Blush in Worth, and I'll kind of sparingly use that because it is very, very pigmented and you will look like you had a sunburn. So I put it on last, and then I have a brush that I just stipple it in. I do go over everything with powder and then a powder blush. So this is basically the base. Powder means we're like halfway there. So this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I take a big fluffy powder brush, and I like to get a little bit in the tip of my, I don't know, the cap, and then I swirl it around, and then I lightly dust my whole face. I don't bake, I don't cake, I just set the entire face with a thin layer of powder. I'm gonna go ahead and put my eyeshadow primer on, which is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer Potion. Eden is the color. I need a new one. It's drying out, but it's what I've used for years. I've gotten to the point, I used to buy from pretty much every launch, and makeup was my like love, and I would just buy all the new things and try all the new things, and I try some new things every now and then, but I'm at the point where I kind of know what I like. Now we do our powder face products, which I'm gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer on a big bronzer brush, but I go really lightly. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I go super lightly all over where I did my contour, and I just warm everything up. I don't do this all year round, but right now I am so tan, I can handle it, you know? Next is powder blush. This is Pat McGrath in Electric Bloom. I love a bright pinky orangey blush. I love it so much. And then I just set that. Next is highlighter. I use the Makeup by Mario, the Soft Glow highlighter in Honey. It's like gold and gorgeous and beautiful. I love a gold highlighter versus a cool toned. I'm gonna do my brows off camera. They take a little bit. I did the over plucking in 7th grade, so I don't have a whole lot. And this is the Brow Definer in Dark Brown by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now time for eyes. We're using the Pat McGrath palette called Mothership. I think I'm gonna go in with the browns in here, the lighter brown in the crease, the darker brown in the outer corner, and then I might use this really cool shifty shimmer on my lid. My dress is like blue and brown, it's back there, so we'll see. I'm also aware of how terrible this lighting is in here. I have no ring light. I used to do a lot of makeup videos back in the day, and I have some stuff I think in storage, but you know. Fun fact, I used to want to be a makeup artist, and I think had I not done what I'm doing now with social media, that probably would have been the career path that I chose. But I'm gonna go ahead and do with my Stila liquid liner, I'm gonna do a little wing. You cannot pry the wing away from me. You just can't, because I will always do wing. It feels illegal not to, honestly. Same with fake eyelashes. You will pry them out of my cold dead hands. Benefit Roller Lash as the mascara, and then I am gonna put on some, I believe they're just Ardell lashes. I like some more dramatic lashes sometimes. I just don't have them. I used Duo Lash Glue, letting the glue get tacky by letting it set for a bit, letting it dry for a little bit. I've always had an easy time with lashes, I think just because of the shape of my eye. Then I just gently set on my lash line and just gently push till it's right where I want it. And I try not to blink a whole lot in this process. I let it dry. So there's lash on. My lip combo lately has been the Tarte Juicy Lip Liner in, I don't know, blush pink, a Pat McGrath lipstick in Divine Rose, and then my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. That's the trio. I don't have very pigmented lips, and so I don't overline that much. I just feel like lip products actually show my lips. This lipstick is amazing though. It's been a fave. You cannot beat the Gloss Bomb. Anyway, here's the makeup. I'm gonna try to do my hair quick and show you how I'm gonna take it from this grossness. You know what, that's just gonna have to be a part 2. I'll make its own video, and then I'll do my outfit of the day, because that's the dress. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for part 2. One last look at the makeup. I feel like it looks so much better with some decent lighting.